How is he still alive? Whoa. Can you turn it down a little bit? Because I'm doing the show. Sorry. This is the end as well, isn't it? Evening, everyone. I hope you're all well. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. Um, obviously, we've just watched, if you did watch, game against Manchester United and Fulham. Fulham, like, so many chances to score, so many chances with 3-on-1s, just didn't do the business. And that's what happened. Man United went down the other end and scored. Absolutely undeserved, but it is what it is. What I wanted to do today is I didn't want to talk about transfers. I didn't want to talk about anything to do with outgoings, ingoings. This is going to be a match preview. I wanted to cover some new rules. a little bit about our team, who's fit. I also wanted to cover a little bit about Ipswich, and then kind of get a match prediction from you lot, and then kind of finish it off on your scores. I've never done one of these before. I've obviously been on shows and done them, but I've never done my own. So I'm just trying this to get the format right. And then once the format's right, what I'm going to do is from then on, I'm going to do a preview today, and then I'm going to do a match reaction on Sunday. And then if that all goes well, then the following game I'll have a guest on to do with me. So I'll be having a guest on the following shows. But I just wanted to get the format right with myself and you guys, just to see whether it looks okay and you're pretty on board with it. So first of all, what I was going to start off with was just a little bit of news, mainly about Premier League rules, just in case you weren't aware of some of the new rules. So the 2024-25 campaign officially gets underway. It obviously has tonight. Ahead of the new campaign, Liverpool confirmed 6 new rule changes that have been implemented by the Premier League, and this is a rundown. Semi-automated offsides, which will come in handy because the Luis Diaz goal would have counted. So that's now brought into play, which I think will be good. And the system will not be in place right away. The Premier League is expecting it to be in use from after one of the autumn. Okay, so it's not in place just yet. It's going to be in place in a couple of weeks' time. But the semi-automated system may not be able to rule on all offside decisions either. In the case of the ball being obstructed from cameras, edge decisions, or subjective decisions as to whether a player is interfering with play, VAR intervention and possibly on-field referee can still be called upon. I think that's the same in Europe as well. Am I sharing my screen? I'm just double checking. Yeah, I am. Good. Okay, and the next thing is added time. Last year we had a crazy amount of added time. So match officials will now only start adding time on after a goal is scored, when the delay between the goal and the subsequent kickoff exceeds 30 seconds. Premier League says this will allow natural time for both teams to resume their restart positions after each goal. That's a good idea. Multi-ball change. So there's 15 balls across the pitch, which means you can get on with the game pretty quickly. Substitutes warming up. The number of substitutes allowed to warm up at the same time has now increased from 3 to 5 players. And the PL Match Centre. As part of the new season, the new account has been set up on X to provide near live explainers and updates on operation and official matters. So this is anything to do with decisions, penalties, offsides, subjective stuff that might make the media. There'll be an actual channel on Twitter where people can actually comment on it now. So that's interesting. So that's the first thing I wanted to cover. The next thing I wanted to cover was the squad. So 27-man Liverpool squad in training. This is the full team. Alisson, Keller, Henry Daves. Jaros was also in training, but he's just not pictured. Van Dijk, Quansah, Konate, Gomez, Phillips, Van der Berg, Trent, Bradley, Tsimikas and Robbo, all in training, with also Nallo and Scanlon were also in the defence, but were just not in the picture. McAllister, Toboslai, Endo, Gravenberch, Elliott, Jones, Butesic, Morton, Naoni are also in training. Salah, Jota, Nunes, Diaz, Gapco. Also Blair, Doak and Gordon were in training as well, but just not pictured. So pretty much got a completely full strength team by the looks of it, which is great news. Full strength squad, everyone's fit, ready to go, which is brilliant. So I wanted to cover some of the players that Ipswich have in their team as danger men. So I just wanted to bring up. Actually, I wanted to bring up this. Where is it? Close. Yeah, I wanted to bring up this. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. Cool. Okay, so I just want to bring up a couple of the danger men in the Ipswich team. Obviously, Ipswich have made a load of signings recently, and I can go through some of those. But the main danger man for Ipswich, which I want to point out, is this guy here, Leif Davis. He got 18 assists last season. Very, very good on the dead ball situation. I mean, that's a hell of a number of assists from a left back. So he's a dangerous player. Also, Connor Chaplin, who's a midfielder, he scored 13 goals last season. Just as a little bit of a bit of info from Ipswich. Ipswich finished the league on 96 points with 92 goals. So they're a really high attacking team, a little bit like Burnley. If you really want a kind of synopsis about them, they play really high attacking football. They use their wing backs really high up. They also scored a lot of set pieces. They scored 19 set piece goals last season, which is a huge amount. So we need to be aware of that. Also, Omar Hutchinson scored 10 goals last season, and also got, so he scored 10 goals last season. He's a danger man. He plays as a forward and an attacking forward. I actually think he's a winger, if I'm honest. I'm not sure the position it says there, but I'm pretty sure he's a winger. I'm pretty sure he's a right winger. They've also got another lump up front, Kiefer Moore, but I don't think he'll play because they've just signed a guy which I'm not sure whether he's actually going to be available to play for them. But I'll let you know about him. So they've got a few players that score goals. Their main guys are Omar Hutchinson, Nathan Broadbent, who scored 13 goals last season, and Connor Chaplin, who scored 13 goals as well, and obviously Leif Davis, who got 18 assists, which is a mammoth amount of assists as a left back. Just to let you know some of their key players. They've been really busy in the market. Like they've spent 89 million, I think. 83 million they've spent on transfers. So they signed Calvin Phillips on loan. I'm not sure he's going to be available. I'm not sure he's registered in time. Omar Hutchinson, they spent 23 million. He had a great season for them, scoring 10 goals last year as a right winger. They signed Jacob Greaves as a centre back from Hull for 20 million. mean, that's an insane amount of money for a guy that's in the Championship. They signed Liam Delap, ex-Manchester City. He's had some good loans. He's going to be a danger man. And Sammy Samodics from Blackburn, who's also going to be a real danger man. And they're also thinking about signing another player for about 30 million, if I'm correct. So they've got quite a few players there. You know, I've got a feeling they're not going to be as easy as people expected. But what I do see though is the fact that they play a lot of high football. Like they try to score goals, which means that there's a good chance they're probably going to leave space at the back. So that's what I feel about them. Also going to go through a couple of just a couple of bits here around the actual team. So they earned their second successive. Tractor Boys earned their second successive promotion last season with a second place finish. So they did back to back. So they did the League One and the Championship back to back. So Saturday's game will be Ipswich's first in the Premier League since a 5-0 loss to Liverpool at the end of the 2001-2002 season, which saw Liverpool finish second in the Premier League for the first time. Only Nottingham Forest have had a bigger gap in the between Premier League seasons than Ipswich's, which is 22. So 23 years they've been out of the Premier League. They're unbeaten in their last 10 opening league fixtures of a season, winning 6 and drawing 4. They scored 92 goals. It was the other way around, sorry. 92 goals and 96 points. They're the second most in English top 4 leagues behind Man City and Stockport, who's both scored 96 goals. In addition to City, 249 have netted more league goals than Ipswich since McKenna took charge. So they scored a lot of goals, so there's a lot of attack of football. McKenna will be the 16th manager to face Liverpool in their first Premier League game. Only 4 of the previous 15 have won, and none since the late Craig Shakespeare in 2017. So that's how strong Liverpool are in the league in their first games. Nobody's beat us since someone in 2017. So that's a nice little stat to know. Ipswich lost one of their 23 Championship home games last season in a 4-3 defeat to Leeds United in August, and went 22 league matches unbeaten thereafter. However, they did lose at home in the EFL Cup to Fulham and the FA Cup to Maidstone United. So they're pretty good at home. No player in England top 4 divisions created more chances than Ipswich's left back Leif Davis, 125 chances. That's insane. Like, he's their danger man. Liverpool are beginning a Premier League season against the newly promoted side for the 5th time in 6 years, and we've won 3 in the last 4 such battles, only dropping points to a 2-2 draw with Fulham. I remember that game, and with Trent getting done on the back post. Slot could become just the second Liverpool manager to win his opening Premier League match. Out of the previous 8, the only victor was Gerard Houllier, who oversaw a 2-1 win of Southampton. We get a lot of draws first game of the season. Liverpool have not lost their opening game in the Premier League campaign since 2012, when West Bromwich Albion inflicted a 3-0 beating on Brendan Rodgers' side. And we've won 8 and drawn 3 of the opening weekend battles. One of Liverpool's last 22 Premier League matches in August has seen the Reds suffer defeat. So we're on a huge run of unbeaten games as well. Mo Salah has scored 8 goals in the opening weekend of the Premier League, the joint most alongside Wayne Rooney, Alan Shearer and Frank Lampard, and the Egyptian could therefore become the new outright record holder should he score on Saturday. So this is another record for Salah to get. Like, Salah's literally just breaking records every single season, and this is another one. If he scores tomorrow, he becomes the greatest ever opening day scorer in Premier League history, which is a nice little one to have in it. It's especially a good record to take off Shearer and Rooney and Lampard. In addition, Salah has had a hand in 12 opening game weekend goals, 8 of his own and 4 assists. Only Rooney boasts more with 8 goals and 5 assists. So if he gets an assist tomorrow, then he levels with Rooney. Diogo Jota is expected to start for Liverpool on Saturday. The Portuguese attacker has never lost any of the 46 Premier League games he has scored in, winning 39 of them. Did you know that record? Jota is a monster. Like, we don't lose when Jota scores. It's just a fact. And I've just given you the numbers. Saturday's game will be the 73rd competitive meeting between Liverpool and Ipswich. The Reds have been victorious on 37 occasions, while Ipswich have beaten their opponents 14 times, and that was a long time ago when they beat us. That was probably when John Walk played. The two sides last crossed paths in the 4th round of the 2002-3 League Cup, where the Reds won 5-4 on penalties following a 1-1 draw. I remember that. Liverpool's last visit to Portman Road for a Premier League fixture in February 2002 saw the Reds win 6-0 with no defeats in 5 games. Did you hear that? Last time we played them at their ground, we beat them by 6. Nice to know. Slot and McKenna are both managing their first Premier League games. The last time 2 coaches faced off in a maiden match in a competitive was 2017, when David Wagner's Huddersfield Town thrashed Frank de Boer's Crystal Palace 3-0, and they both got sacked. All-time Liverpool top scorer Ian Rush boasts the most goals in fixtures between the Reds and Ipswich with 13, while Trevor Wymark has scored the most for the Tractor Boys in this matchup with 6. And that's all the stats I can give you about the two teams, which I thought was interesting. And now I'm going to go into a little bit more about the teams. Okay, so this is the probable lineup for Ipswich. So they play a 4-4-1-1 pretty much, with 2 pivots and then their wide midfielders who kind of play wingers as well. And then they've got an attacking midfielder and a striker. And their lineup is probably going to be the ex-Burnley goalkeeper, Ben Johnson, who they got on a free transfer from West Ham. So, you know, just looking at these 2 players in themselves, he didn't play much last season. He didn't play at all last season. This guy's quite old, Wolfenden, if I remember correctly. How old is Wolfenden? Oh no, he's not. He's 25. Then you've got Greaves, their new signing. Then you've got Leif Davis. So just looking at this in general, they've got a new goalkeeper, they have a new centre back, and they have a new right back. I don't know, but I don't know what you think, but I think that's too much of a change in any team to start the season with 2 defenders that are new and a new goalkeeper. That's a recipe for disaster, if you ask me. It just is. It just is. Like, there's not a lot of familiarity there, if I'm honest. Also, where is it? Yeah, also their new player Smodix isn't going to be available. Neither is Calvin Phillips. I don't think he's going to be available either. Might be on the bench, but I'm not sure. But then you've got the likes of Morsey, who's their captain, Taylor, Jack Taylor. He's a defensive midfielder who they've had for a while, and also Sam Morsey. So their midfields kind of knows each other. Omar Hutchinson played last year. Wes Burns played for them as well, and Chaplin played for them as well. He was their joint top goal scorer with 13 goals, and obviously Delap. He's a new player. Just on Delap, he scored. He scored. Hang on, let's give you his. He played for Hull last year, and I don't know his bloody numbers. Hang on. What's his stats? 2 seconds. Rory Delap. Hull. 2 seconds. My browser's just frozen. Okay. So that was last season. Okay, show. He scored 8 goals in 31 games last season for Hull. So he's not prolific. So they haven't got like a huge amount of goal threat. But between those two, they scored 20 goals last season. No, 21 goals last season between those two. So it's an interesting one. And then if you want to look at our shape is probably going to be the same, which is 4-2-3-1. But I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's going to be 4-3-3, because I think Dom's going to be a little bit closer, and these guys are going to be further up. And it's probably going to be Ali in goal, Trent. I don't think it's going to be Canate. I think it's going to be Quansah, Virgil van Dijk. I think it's going to be Kostas Tsimikas. I think it's going to be Cody Gakpo, by the way, and Mo Salah. With I don't think it's going to be Gravenberch. I think it's going to be Dominic Szoboszlai. I think that's going to be Harvey Elliott, and I think that's going to be Diogo Jota. So the team that they picked is completely different team that I'm picking. Let me know in the chat what you think. Do you think Jota's going to play up front? I do. Do you think Cody Gakpo is going to play? When Slot clearly said that it's Diaz's position to get off Gakpo. Do you think Dom's going to play next to McAllister? And do you think Harvey Elliott's going to play in Dom's position? Let me know in the chat. Yeah, you think Jota? Yeah, I'm not. This show isn't going to be talking about any of that stuff tonight. I'm just going over the game tomorrow. All of that stuff's irrelevant right now. I'll do another news catch up next week. But I'm going to go over the game, which I'm doing the pre stuff now, and then Sunday I'm going to do the match reaction after the game, and then Monday or Tuesday I'm going to do going back over the news. You think Grab's going to be in the 6? The reason why I don't think Grab's going to be in the 6 is because he's played one game. He's literally played one match. Like Diaz has played one game. Like, you know, I just don't see it. Like, I think Curtis Jones might even start ahead of Gravenberch, but Dom's played multiple games and he's finished games as well. Now he's literally played a full match. So I think Dom will play next to McAllister. I know McAllister's only played one game, but McAllister looks so good, and we don't have many options there now. So I think it's a case of McAllister, and if McAllister gets tired or he needs to swap a player, I think he brings Gravenberch on for McAllister. Like I genuinely do. I think Gravenberch is McAllister's backup on the left-hand side. And I think Harvey Elliott's done enough. Like he's played enough games. He's looked brilliant in pre-season. It makes sense that Elliott plays as the advanced midfielder, the 10, and then Dom can play next to McAllister. And they've done it before, and they look good. KMack in the double pivot. You think? I don't think so. I just don't. I think it'll be Dom, and I think it'll be Elliott, and I do think Jota will play because Nunes has literally played one game, and he looked way off it. I'd be interested to see if it's Diaz or Hapko, because Hapko's had more time off. Like he's been able to rest more. Diaz has literally played the final and he's straight back in. Mo will definitely play. I think Trent will definitely play. You think Elliott in the 10? I do as well. Oh yeah, I think Stefan will be on the bench. We've got enough space on the bench. It's not going to be a case of having two goalkeepers on the bench anymore. And I just think this is wrong. Like I don't think Robinson will start because Kostas Tsimikas has played a lot of pre-season and looked good. And I just think that Quansah deserves to play. Konate's done nothing to get himself in that position. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe Dom will play there, but if it's not Dom, it'll be Jones. But I think Harvey Elliott plays. And let's be fair, this is Ipswich away. Like this is Manchester City at home or Arsenal at home or Arsenal away or a Tottenham away or a Chelsea or a Villa. This is just Ipswich. Like they've literally just come up and they haven't been in the Premier League for 23 years. Like this isn't a great team. So we should be putting this one to bed quite easy. Like we should be going into this game confident and just doing what we did to Seville, if I'm quite honest. It's a fair point. It's a fair point. Seville first team with potentially maybe Elliott. I know they're very good at home, but they're a championship team. Like we played the kids against championship team last season in Southampton, who also got promoted to the Premier League, and we beat them. It's an interesting one. Just a couple of key stats about the game. Liverpool are undefeated in 28 of their 31 matches in the Premier League, so we've got another long run. Liverpool scored at least 2 goals in their last 4 matches in the Premier League. Goal scoring has not been an issue. Ipswich have failed to win 12 of their last 13 matches in the Premier League. A long time ago, but still haven't done it. 16 goals they've scored in the last 5 matches between these two sides. Liverpool have never lost a Premier League match at Portman Road. No player in the Premier League history has scored more goals in game week than Mo Salah. Yeah, you already know about that. That's kind of where I fit with that. The prediction on here is 2-1, which I think is a bit plucky, if I'm honest. I think we'll score more than 2. So let me know in the chat. What score do you think the game will be? What score do you think the game will be? Let me know in the chat. There's 29 of you in here. I don't know why there's 29 of you. There was about 17 a minute ago. Let me know what score you think it'll be. Maybe these preview shows aren't great. Maybe I'm not doing a good preview show. Am I not? Am I doing a bad preview show? Let me know, because if I am, then I won't bother. What do you think then? You think 2-1? You think 2-1? 2-1 or 3-2? You think we'll concede 2 goals? You think we'll concede 2 goals? Yeah, Russell, you know how I feel about Elise. It's banging on about that guy for God knows how long. He wanted first team football, and we clearly couldn't offer it. You think 2-1? You think 4-0? That's about right, isn't it? 3-0? Yeah, I think so. 3-1? I don't want us to concede. Like, I'm not asked if it's 1-0. As long as we don't concede any goals, we need to stop conceding goals. Like, especially against the poorer teams. 4-1? That's fair. 5-0? Whoa. Well, the last time we played there, we won 6-0. That's all I'm saying. It would be nice to start the league off with a twatting, wouldn't it? It'd be lovely to start the league off and just smash them. Just play those really great, intricate passages of play in the midfield and onto the wings, and get Trent on the ball more, get him wider, get some of those dangerous crosses in. It'd be great. It'd be great to get a set piece as well. I'd love to see us get a set piece. Um, you think 4-1? That's fair. The fixtures have been very kind. Um, I mean, they have and they haven't. I kind of went through the fixture show. I kind of did a half an hour on fixtures. We've been absolutely rinsed at the end of the season with fixtures. Um, I have no idea why people left either. Well, we've literally just gone from 70 people to 16. You think Gapco will score? Yeah, I wanted to know as well. So you've said the goal. You said the goals. Who do you think will score? Do you think Salah will score and break the record? Yes or no? Okay, we're back up now. We've gone back up numbers again. So do you think Salah will break that record and score 9 goals in the first games of the season? 9 consecutive seasons of scoring goals. I think so. I think Salah will get 2 tomorrow. I think it'll be 4-0. I think Salah will get a couple. Um, I also think that we might get a set piece. So maybe Quansah gets one, which would be nice. And I also think that Jota will probably get one as well. So two for Salah, one for Jota, one for Quansah. What do you think? Mo 2? I like it. I like it. Mo 2, Dom 1. Oh, would be good if Dom gets a goal. Um, Salah 2, Jota. Sorry, Salah 1, Jota 2. Like it. I haven't really thought about it. If Ipswich win, then there needs to be a conversation to be had, as in why? Because we clearly look prepared. We've clearly done enough training. I suppose we'll need to dissect it into the reasons why, and I will. Don't worry. I'll go into a lot of detail in the preview in the post match show, and I'll go through heat maps and maybe have a look at mistakes that were made, or if there was any mistakes made, or some of the patterns of play that we've done to score the goals. Salah 2, Zobo 1. Great, love it. It's good to see loads and loads of people with confidence and optimistic and feeling good about themselves that we're going to get goals. We're going to score goals and we're going to win this game. This is exactly what we need to see. If Ipswich win, you'll go into hiding. You can come on this show, mate. You can be in the chat in here and you can hide, okay? You can watch this and just hide. No one will know you're here, don't worry. I won't go hiding. That's a really good point. I need to do my team. I haven't done it. Oh, I've missed it as well because it started tonight. Crap. Oh, it won't start till next week now. Ah, I forgot. Oh, you just I need to do it. Who scores? Oh, Nunes. Nunes. I tell you an interesting stat, by the way. Just to put it out there. If Mo Salah hadn't scored 7 penalties last season, he'd have scored less goals than Nunes. Because Nunes got 18 goals last season. Mo Salah would have scored 17 goals if he hadn't got 7 penalties. Just an interesting fact. Just an interesting fact. Like, we all think that he was terrible and he didn't score enough goals, but if he'd have got the penalties, he'd have scored more than Mo Salah because he might have scored all the penalties. And that would have been a completely different conversation we would have been having. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, I think we'll win the Premier League. I genuinely think we'll win the Premier League. I have so much confidence in this team. I really do. Like, I don't know why. I have no idea. This isn't coming from anywhere in particular apart from I feel it in my bones. Like, I feel like we will win the Premier League. I feel like the squad is more together, more cohesive. I feel like the injuries will be managed better. I feel like the games will be managed better. I feel like the team will be managed better. I feel like having all these new coaches gives everybody fresh ideas. Um, it was only last year and the year before that you literally had managers coming out saying, "Oh, we know exactly how to play against Liverpool." Well, no, they don't now. They have no idea how to play against Liverpool now. So that all goes out the window. So everybody now has to work out how to play against Liverpool. And everybody knew how to play against Liverpool for years. It was just it's whether we could stop them from stopping us. Now they have to stop us. Like, and they don't know how to play against us. So and the optimism of not having a team like we had means that more teams are going to be more attacking against us, which means that they're going to try and win the game more. They're not just going to sit back. So this could be in our favour, and this could mean that we score more goals and just batter teams more because we can play around them. So there's going to be more teams that are going to be braver against us now because we haven't got Jurgen Klopp. And there were so many teams that just weren't brave because they had no answers, and they just knew that we were going to roll them over with the way Jurgen played with this Gengen press, heavy metal football. So next year it's different. It's different. There's going to be teams that are going to open up and they're going to come at us, and we're going to get through them because we've still got the same team. Still got the same team. We've got better players. We've got better technical players than we had before. Our midfield is much more technical than it's ever been. Our midfield can score more goals and create more goals than it's ever done before. So it's exciting. It's really exciting. And if we can keep Jota fit and we can get Nunes in front of goal, just like Slot said it in his press conference, like we just need to get Nunes near the goal more. Like, Nunes was too far out of the way. Nunes was in positions where he wasn't going to score simple goals. It was more difficult for him to score some goals, so we missed them. Now Slot wants him right in the middle of the goal, right on the front. Stop doing all the other stuff. Don't need to do any of the other stuff. Get in the box and get in the place where you score your goals, because that's what's more important. And that's what he did with Jimenez. That's what he did with Jimenez. He did that with Baudu as well, who was the Dutch kid that he turned into a monster, who then got sold to an Italian team. So he's done it before. He's done it before. He's turned his strikers from 9 goals a season to 25 plus goals a season. He's done it on 2 separate occasions. If he can do it with Nunes, then we've got a player on our hands, and we've still got Jota. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see Trent as a right back. Aren't we all excited to see Trent as a right back? And I'm not going to talk about any of the other stuff like contracts and things like that. We'll do this next week. But I'm excited to see Trent as a right back. You know, I'm excited to see Dominic Szoboszlai playing further forward if he does. I'm excited to see Harvey Elliott finally play in the number 10 position, where he's brilliant. And we've been crying out for him to play as a number 10. But we just had a manager that didn't play 10s ever. So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see Diaz play as a winger. I'm excited to see Diaz get in the box more and not play in midfield. You know, I'm excited to see a midfield where we're going to have 2 players that are going to play in a pivot instead of having one guy that's covering for everybody in midfield and just watching long balls go into midfield and high balls go into our midfield and all of this basketball play where it's so much transition all the way through the match. You know, I'm excited to see that disappear. I'm excited to see us play 5 yards further back. I'm excited to see new ideas in set pieces because they've been shit for 2 years. They've been shit for 2 years. I'm excited to see us maybe score some bloody free kicks and maybe get a different player on the ball to score the free kicks. You know, it's always been Trent. Every single time it's Trent. Like, you know, I'm just looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. And it's going to be a good game. We're ready for it. And I hope you are too. Anyway, have I got any more stuff to cover? Don't think I have, to be honest. What I will do though is I will quickly show you. Actually, this is what I'll do. Sorry, I'm just going to bring up just some of the previous games that we played in pre-season, and we can kind of have a look at. Oh, can I do that? No, I don't think I can do that. No, I can't do that. Can I? No, I can't do that. Okay, so I'll tell you what. I'll give you like a summary of last season for Liverpool. I'm just going to share this tab. Okay, so I'm just going to give you like a summary of last season, just for the last 10 minutes. So we played 38 games, scored 86 goals, conceded 41 goals. That's what needs to stop. That's what needs to stop for Liverpool now. And that's what I want to see change. 41 goals conceded. Crazy. And 60 assists. 60 assists. So just a little bit in general. Oh, let me try and get rid of that advert. Right. Can I get rid of that advert? Yeah, I can. Okay. Okay, so attacking. So this is last season. So we basically want to improve from last season, don't we? So 2.3 goals per game. I mean, 1 out of every 18 free kicks we scored. That's just dreadful. Like, let's just be fair. That's just dreadful. It really is dreadful. We scored 6 out of 9. Obviously, Salah missed a few. We know that. Goals from inside the box. 68 goals from 515 shots. That's how poor we were. That's how poor we were in the box. Goals from outside the box. 12 goals from 275 shots. Stinky, man. Really stinky sometimes. We only headed 13 goals in. 2.1 big chances per game. Missed. That needs to stop as well. There's so much to improve on. And the interesting thing is, when they interviewed Slot and he did his press conference, he literally said, even if I'm here 6 years and we do everything right, I will still say we need to improve. And that is a good thing. That is a good thing. Like, we always need to improve. And he knows that. Shots on target per game. This one's really interesting. 7 shots on target per game. Like, we had a lot of shots that were on target. We just didn't score enough goals. 20 shots per game. Like, we had so many shots in games. It was insane. Five shots blocked per game. Corners per game, 7, and we scored very little from corners. Very little goals from corners. Free kicks, 9 per game. 25 times we hit the woodwork. 25 times. That's an extra 25 goals, which then puts you on 86, 90. That puts you on like 100, 108 or something like that, which normally you'd win the league with that many goals. It's just a fact. 43 counter attacks. Give you some info on passes. That's really not good, by the way. 61% ball possession, that will increase. 85% in passes per game, so the average is 508 passes per game. That will increase. Long balls, 54%. Long balls. Too many long balls happened last year. That won't be the same. We'll take away that. Defending. This one's gonna make your eyes water, I think. 10 clean sheets. 10 clean sheets in 38 games. That is awful. A goal a game conceded. Tackles per game, 17. That needs to improve. Interceptions, 7. Clearances, 14. Saves per game, pretty much 3. Ball recoveries per game, 60. Errors leading to shots, 11. Errors leading to goals, 8. 8. That's 8 goals that we gave another team. 8 goals we gave another team. That's poor. That's poor. Penalties, 1. Penalty goals conceded, 1. Clearances off the line, 2. Last man tackles, 9. That needs to change. It's interesting. I'll also give you a breakdown of the best players, basically. According to SofaScore, I'll give you the top 10. See if you agree. Mo Salah, Andy Robinson had a great start to the season, so I'm not surprised. Virgil van Dijk, he's also got a lower number because he didn't play that much. So you're only using like a certain amount of games. Virgil van Dijk, Connor Bradley, who played less games than Andy Robinson, by the way. Trent, Jota, who played less games. Trent played less games as well than Mo and also Virgil. Alexis McAllister, Luis Diaz, Dom, and Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott was pretty much a sub the whole season. That'll change. I haven't got a huge amount to cover. I think that's pretty much it. I can have a look at Ipswich, just if you wanted to see some of their records. So they play 46 games, 92 goals. Oh, am I still sharing my screen? Yeah, I am, sorry. 46 games, 92 goals, 57 goals conceded. They conceded they conceded more games than us. Pardon me. 64 assists, attacking, 2 goals per game. Not as good as us. They only got 3 penalties last season. It's interesting. And they didn't score any free kicks. They scored more goals than us inside the box. They had 481 shots, which is less than us. They scored the same amount of goals outside the box than us, but we had more shots. More headed goals. Big chances per game, less. Big chances missed per game, less. Total shots per game, a lot less. Ours is like 20. Shots on target, similar. Blocks, less. Corners, less. Free kicks, less. Hit the woodwork 20 times. We hit 25. We had a lot more counter-attacks. Ball possession, less. Accurate per game, less. A lot less passes as well, by the way. A lot less long balls. Clean sheets, more than us. We got 10, they got 15. Less tackles, less interceptions, more clearances, more saves, more ball recoveries, more errors leading to goal. Less errors leading to shots and less errors leading to goals, 2. And they only committed 3 penalties. I mean, their best player was a midfielder who's not playing. Interesting. He might have been sold. I can't remember now. Leif Davis was by far their best player. Kiefer Moore got 9 goals. Connor Chapman got 13. He's their captain, Morsey. Wes Burns is playing. Goalkeeper's not playing. They've got a lot of new players. I didn't realise Broadbent was actually a midfielder. He scored 13 goals as well. It's interesting, but I don't think there's anything for us to fear, if I'm honest. The dreaded woodwork, I know. So I think I'm going to leave it now, guys. It's quite hard to do a match preview show that's as long as an hour. I was planning on just doing an hour. I mean, it'll be easier if there's a guest, because then they'll be talking more. So it probably will be an hour. But I hope you've enjoyed the preview, and I hope you enjoyed all the detail that I went into. There's no point really looking at the. I mean, we can look at the. Can I look at the previous? Yeah, I mean, we can look at their previous games. I mean, these are the odds: 15-2, 19-4, and 33-100. Like we just. It's on TNT as well, obviously, because it's bloody first, and it's early. These are predicted lineups, which is much better. Why is Endo in there as well? Like, I mean, that's the wrong way round. I mean, who does these lineups? They're garbage. Average age 28 years old, by the way. Like 26 years old says. I mean, are they going to play 4-5-1? Like, so the lineups are different on a number of shows, really, like on a number of channels. which is interesting. I'm just looking at their previous games. They play some friendlies. They've done quite well, like if I'm completely honest, like in their friendlies. But I can't see the games that they played. Oh, here they are here. So they played these club friendly games. So they beat Nice 1-0. Who scored? I don't know who scored for them. Oh, so an ex-Man United player scored for them, Tunzaby. I'm not actually sure where he plays. Oh, he's a centre back. Okay, so they won that game. They played Hoffenheim. I mean, Nice is a good team. I think Nice drew 2-2 with Crystal Palace in a pre-season. They beat Hoffenheim. Who scored for them in that game? Midfielder Jack Taylor scored for them in that game. But Jacob Reeves has been playing. The goalkeeper's been playing. Ben Johnson's been playing, and also Omar Hutchinson's been playing, and Rory Delap, Liam Delap. They got beat by Fortuna. So they got beat by Fortuna, and the substitutes Marcus Harness. I don't know where he plays, but he's a number 11, so he's probably a winger. He scored in that game, and Fortuna. I don't know who he is, but he scored for them. And then they beat Shakhtar as well. Like that's a good. They've had a good pre-season, by the way. I'm just saying. Sam Morsey scored for them, the captain. They've had a good pre-season, and they obviously finished. They finished flying. Like, it's an interesting one. It is an interesting one. So yeah, Sammy Smodjiks, Calvin Phillips, and Connor Townsend have all been signed, but they're not registered yet. The fact that Calvin Phillips is not going to be available is a positive for us, and that's pretty much me done. I can't really. There's nothing really else to go through. Like if you want me to go through like Liverpool's pre-season, then I can talk about Carvalho scoring, which is pointless because he's been sold. So, but I can see all the comments in the chat. Thank you for all of them. This has been the first match preview show. Hope you've liked it. And obviously, if you want to tune in, I'll be doing a match review on the Sunday. And I'll cover in detail the game. No transfer news. Sorry, not doing any transfer news tonight. We can talk about transfer news next week. I just wanted to get a format for doing this because I want to do it more often. But I've managed to push out an hour, which is good. And I've gone through quite a lot of detail. Yeah, so Ipswich have got Calvin Phillips on loan from Man City. So that's going to be an interesting one, but he's not going to be available for the game, which helps us. And also Smodics as well, who's really, really good, scores a lot of goals. But just remember, they're a championship team. They've got a lot of championship players. Like, they're not experienced in the Premier League. And the only real experienced player in the Premier League isn't playing in Phillips, and their goalkeeper, who just got tonked by everyone at Burnley. So they haven't got Premier League experience, and we've got a lot of experience behind us. I think 4-0. I think 4-0 tomorrow. I think they'll come at us, and I think we'll pick them off. And I think the players will play hard because they want to be in Slot's team. And this is a clean slate for everyone, absolutely everyone. If If Kostas Tsimikas gets 2 assists tomorrow, Andy Robinson ain't walking straight into the team again, because it's not mates rates. You know, he's not dropping players because their mates are back, because his mates are back. He's playing the team that's going to win the game, and I'm excited to see it, and I can't wait. And I hope you all are too. And I will leave you to join Jamie's show. So if you all move on to Jamie's show now, and please write in KMack Raid, that would be great. And I'm finishing now. So up the Reds, and we'll win tomorrow, and we'll all support Slot. And you have a wonderful night. And KMack Raid, go to Jamie. Actually, I'm going to put Jamie's link in the chat now. So you all go there now, okay? Just to make sure that you do. I need to make sure that you're doing this, okay? So I'm about to put his link in the chat. And then you can all go there right away and raid. Okay, 2 seconds. You all know Jamie's show anyway, but I'm just going to put it in the chat. Where the hell is it? Where the hell is it? Moderators, can you please put Jamie's link in? Big up, mate. Big up. Big up. KMack Raid, go to Jamie's show. Oh, he's not live. Oh, he's not live. Why isn't he live? Let me ask him. Bear with me. I'm just going to ask him why he's not live. I'm just asking him if he's going live. Anyway, I'm out of here. If you do go to Jamie's show, just write KMack Raid anyway, because it's fun. And I've never done it before, so just write it. And I will see you on Sunday after the game. And you all have a lovely evening. I'm out of here.